I'm standing under the soft yellow glow of thousands of Christmas lights. People are chattering around me, wrapped in thick coats, with scarves pulled tight against the frosty December air. It's magical, and right in front of the towering cathedral, I see it, a giant tree beautifully lit with ornaments glinting in the cold light. But there's one small issue I didn't expect, a little detail that would make anyone stop in their tracks. I'd heard about it, sure, but seeing it in real life? Let's just say I'm suddenly very, very conscious of my shoes. Hey, it's Alex. I'm in Strasbourg, France, also known as the capital of Christmas. I came here chasing the idea of an authentic European Christmas, and this city does not disappoint. First stop, naturally, is the Christmas markets. Strasbourg's markets, or Christkindelsmärik, are some of the oldest in Europe, dating back to 1570. And as I stroll from stall to stall, I realize there's something here for everyone, whether it's handcrafted ornaments, food, or just soaking in the ambiance of carolers and Christmas lights. Walking through Place Broglie, I'm drawn in by the smell of pain d'épices, the Alsatian version of gingerbread wafting from a nearby stall. This isn't your basic gingerbread, it's packed with spices, cinnamon, cloves, a touch of nutmeg, and each bite feels like a warm hug. I also can't pass up the bredele, these tiny spiced cookies that come in so many varieties it's almost overwhelming. There are almond ones, cinnamon stars, vanilla crescents, you name it. They're simple but addictive, and I pick up a small tin hoping it'll make it home as a gift. I know what you're thinking, and no, I definitely won't demolish this tin when I'm back at my hotel, wearing my reindeer pajamas in bed, with my stomach screaming for a midnight snack. Well, no promises. I try a mannele next. A soft, brioche-like roll shaped like a little person, eaten usually on St. Nicholas Day. It's subtle and sweet, like a hug from someone who smells like vanilla. In between bites, I wander into Petite France, a gorgeous neighborhood with half-timbered houses that look like they've been plucked straight from a fairy tale. The buildings lean slightly over the cobbled streets, giving the whole area this old-world feeling. I find myself on a narrow street where the crowd's thin and the lights feel softer, casting a warm glow on the snow-dusted canal below. Here, it's quieter, almost like a hidden sanctuary from the buzz of the main square. I stop at a small stand selling ornaments made by local artisans, each piece unique. These aren't the usual holiday trinkets, but delicate glass baubles and wooden toys carved with care. They're beautiful, and I get one as a keepsake. Back at Place de Cathédrale, I finally try the enchanting, the famous Alsatian mulled wine. They serve it in both red and white here, each spiced to perfection with cinnamon sticks and citrus. It's hot, comforting, and warms you from the inside out. Absolutely perfect for strolling through the icy air. But there's also a local twist. Hot orange juice, which I'll admit I was hesitant to try. Surprisingly, it's fantastic, tart and sweet, like Christmas morning in a cup. Alongside the vin chaud, vendors here also offer jus de pomme chaude, or hot apple juice, infused with a blend of spices that give it a unique flavor profile compared to the mulled wine. And I start wondering why I don't drink it at home every winter. By this point, I'm fully leaning into the festive spirit, and I take a walk toward the quieter marche off at Place Grimaisen, which has a more sustainable focus. Here, I come across vintage finds, handmade crafts, and antiques. perfect for picking up one-of-a-kind souvenirs. It's also the place where I stumble into a workshop on Alsatian holiday traditions. The local guide tells me about pretzels, not just the pretzels I've seen everywhere, but a massive version made for special occasions. I hunt some down and boy, they're buttery, salty, and everything I never knew I wanted in a pretzel. As the day fades, I'm drawn back to the main Christmas market, where the crowd gathers around the enormous Christmas tree at Place Kléber. A local tells me that this spot was once where people would donate gifts to the less fortunate, a tradition that has become a cornerstone of Strasbourg's Christmas spirit. Knowing this adds a layer of meaning to the festive scene. It's about giving as much as it's about celebrating. Speaking of local traditions, the Alsace region has a fascinating history tied to the Christmas tree itself, which is believed to have originated here in the 15th century. Alsatians would decorate trees with apples and other treats as a nod to the Garden of Eden, and by the 17th century, candles were added for that magical glow. It's pretty incredible to think that people were standing here hundreds of years ago, celebrating just like me now. Oh, and here's a small tip. Don't try to cram all the Christmas markets into a single day. Each one is packed with unique things, so taking it slower is much better, especially in a city where even the tram rides between markets offers glimpses of historic architecture and twinkling lights. Later, I find myself on the Pont Colvers, a series of fortified bridges that look over the Ile River. These bridges date back to the 13th century and were part of the city's defense. It's serene with fewer people here, and offers one of the best views of the city's half-timbered houses and canals. By now, I'm genuinely feeling like I'm part of a postcard scene, but reality sinks in quickly as a gust of icy wind reminds me why warm layers are a must here in December. No amount of festive spirit can keep your numb toes warm, trust me on that. Speaking of toes, let's circle back to that thing with the shoes. I mentioned earlier about feeling oddly self-conscious, right? Well, I found out about halfway through the day that in certain areas around the markets, you can come across puddles of melted snow and, other less pleasant messes from horses pulling carriages. Let's just say it's easy to mistake them for slush, especially if you're distracted by the sights above. But after a quick hop back to the hotel for a shoe swap, I'm back, and this time eyes down when necessary. My last stop of the day is a small Winstub, a type of cozy Alsatian bar where I order a tarte flambée, a thin crust dough topped with creme fraiche, onions, and smoky lardons. It's the kind of meal that grounds you, a simple pleasure that balances out the sweetness of all those market treats. The locals here are warm, welcoming, and quick with recommendations on where to explore next. One gentleman tells me about a nearby village, Colmar, with its half-timbered buildings and equally lovely Christmas markets. I make a mental note to check it out if I ever find myself in this part of France again, picturing myself there already. With a last glance at Strasbourg's Christmas magic, I feel an overwhelming sense of nostalgia. It's not just the fairy lights and markets, but the city's unique mix of cultures, bridging France and Germany, that makes it feel special. I miss the blend of languages around me, the festive energy, and the warmth of Alsatian hospitality, even if I'll gladly leave the horse mess behind. As I walk back to my hotel under the softly falling snow, I can't help but feel that Strasbourg has lived up to its title. This city truly captures the spirit of the season, making you believe in the magic of Christmas all over again. Would you come to Strasbourg for Christmas? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and adventure aloud.